In the remote Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan, you'll notice something truly unique. Giant, vividly painted phalluses adorning the walls of homes, shops, and even monasteries. To outsiders, these bold images might seem shocking or even humorous. But here, they're not crude jokes. They're powerful symbols of good fortune, fertility, and protection. The sight of these colorful phallic paintings is as common as prayer flags fluttering in the mountain breeze. This fascinating tradition traces back to Drukpa Kunli, known as the Divine Madman, a legendary 15th century Buddhist saint. He was famous for his unorthodox teachings, using humor, poetry, and outrageous acts to challenge the rigid religious norms of his time. Drukpa Kunli believed that enlightenment could be found by breaking free from convention, and he used the phallus as a symbol of this liberation. Today, his legacy lives on in these vibrant paintings, which are believed to ward off evil spirits, jealousy, and negativity. Locals often invite artists to paint these symbols on new homes, ensuring blessings and protection for the family within. For Bhutanese families, these symbols are as ordinary and cherished as a lucky horseshoe or a four-leaf clover might be elsewhere. There's no embarrassment, just a deep sense of tradition and a belief in their protective power. The story of the Divine Madman is told with affection and pride. He's remembered as a rebel saint who found enlightenment by breaking conventions, teaching that joy and irreverence can be spiritual paths too. Here, the phallus isn't about lust or vulgarity, but about liberation from dogma, a reminder that what's taboo in one culture can be sacred in another. It's a symbol of openness, humor, and the courage to challenge the status quo. So, when you walk through a Bhutanese village and see these bold symbols everywhere, remember, they're your first clue that Bhutan is a land where assumptions are upended and tradition is not just remembered, but vibrantly lived every day. In a world where most nations relentlessly chase after economic growth and rising GDP numbers, Bhutan stands apart with a unique approach. Here, progress isn't measured by wealth or material possessions, but by the happiness and well-being of its people. Bhutan's leaders believe that true development means more than just financial success. The concept of gross national happiness, or GNH, was introduced by the visionary fourth king, Jigme Singye Wangchuck, in the 1970s. He boldly declared that the happiness of his people should be the nation's highest priority, even above economic growth. GNH isn't just an inspiring idea, it's a real policy tool. The government measures happiness through detailed surveys, covering 9 domains like health, education, culture, environment, psychological well-being, and even good governance. Every few years, Bhutanese citizens are asked about their lives, their communities, and their hopes for the future. No law or development project can move forward if it threatens the nation's collective happiness. Policymakers carefully weigh the impact of every decision, ensuring that progress never comes at the cost of well-being. This philosophy shapes daily life in Bhutan. People enjoy a slower pace, strong community bonds, and plenty of time for family and friends. The sense of belonging and support is woven into the fabric of society. Even work-life balance is carefully measured, recognizing that happiness requires leisure, creativity, and rest, not just endless labor. Bhutan faces real challenges, like youth unemployment and the pressures of modernization. But the GNH framework helps keep the nation focused on what truly matters. Despite these obstacles, the commitment to happiness remains strong. GNH reminds everyone that well-being, compassion, and harmony are just as important as economic success. Bhutan isn't a utopia, but it's a bold experiment in reimagining what development can mean. What if the true goal of progress is contentment, not just consumption or profit? Bhutan's model challenges the world to ask, are the richest countries really the happiest, or is there more to life than wealth? In Bhutan, happiness isn't just a slogan, it's the nation's guiding star, lighting the way for a different kind of future. Thimphu, Bhutan's capital, wakes to mountain air and the gentle direction of a traffic policeman. No traffic lights needed. Life moves at a human pace, grounded in tradition and community. Mornings begin with spiritual rituals. Elders circle the National Memorial Chorten, spinning prayer wheels in quiet devotion. Spirituality isn't reserved for special days, it's woven into daily life, providing peace and purpose. National dress is worn by all, uniting people and minimizing class divides. Evenings are for family, not nightlife. The city quiets early, prioritizing connection and rest. SINFUL's rhythm is a lesson in simplicity. Meaning is found in shared rituals, not constant stimulation. Here, fulfillment comes from tradition, community, and the comfort of home. To truly understand Bhutan, you must experience emadachi, an unforgettable combination of chilies and cheese that forms the heart and soul of Bhutanese cuisine. This dish isn't just a meal, it's a fiery staple that pulses through the daily life of the nation, warming both body and spirit. In Bhutan, chilies aren't simply a spice to be sprinkled, they're a vital vegetable, a daily necessity. Walk through any market and you'll see mountains of chilies, their colors as vivid as the country's prayer flags. Here, chilies are eaten with nearly every meal, woven into the very fabric of Bhutanese identity. The recipe is deceptively simple. Fresh chilies are stewed with creamy local cheese, creating a dish that's both comforting and bold. Served alongside Bhutan's signature red rice, emadachi is a staple at every table, from humble homes to grand celebrations. The heat of emadachi is legendary, intense enough to make you sweat, yet deeply satisfying. In the cold mountain air, this fiery dish becomes a source of pride and warmth, bringing families together and fueling them through harsh winters. Every family adds its own twist. Some stir in potatoes for heartiness, others add mushrooms, or experiment with different cheeses. These variations reflect the resourcefulness and creativity of Bhutanese cooks, but the spirit of emadachi remains unchanged. Bold, local, and deeply rooted in tradition. Sharing emadachi is almost a rite of passage for visitors. Locals watch with amusement as newcomers brace themselves for the heat, their faces flushing and eyes watering, but always with laughter and encouragement. It's a moment of connection, a way to break the ice and share in Bhutan's hospitality. Beyond the fiery spice, you taste the land itself, the lush valleys where chilies grow, the cows that provide the cheese, the centuries-old traditions that shape every meal. Emadachi is more than food. It's a daily ritual, a symbol of togetherness, and a warm welcome into Bhutanese life. Emadachi is a fiery embrace that lingers long after the meal is over, a taste of Bhutan's warmth, resilience, and vibrant culture, inviting you to return for just one more bite. In Bhutan, clothing is a living art and a statement of identity. Women wear the kira, men the go, both crafted from hand-woven textiles rich in color and symbolism. Weaving is a generational craft, with each region boasting unique patterns that tell stories of nature and history. National dress is required in official settings, keeping tradition alive and supporting rural weavers. These garments aren't relics, they're daily wear, connecting past and present, empowering women, and sustaining culture. To don a kira or go is to wear Bhutan's heritage, woven thread by thread over centuries. Bhutan is carbon negative, absorbing more CO2 than it emits, a feat rooted in law and belief. The Constitution mandates at least 60% forest cover. Today, it's over 70%. Forests are sacred, protected by Buddhist values and practical policies, plastic bans, electric vehicles, and sustainable tourism. The result? Clean air, clear rivers, and thriving wildlife, from tigers to rare cranes. National parks and wildlife corridors allow animals to roam freely, making Bhutan a biodiversity haven. Bhutan proves that environmental stewardship and human development can go hand in hand. Its promise to nature is a promise to the world. Prosperity is impossible on a depleted planet. No visit to Bhutan is complete without hiking to Parotaksang, the Tiger's Nest Monastery, perched on a cliff above the valley. Legend says Guru Rinpoche flew here on a tigress, meditating to subdue a demon. The trek is steep and meditative, prayer flags fluttering as you ascend through pine forests. Each step is a shedding of worldly concerns, a journey inward as much as upward. The final approach, across a chasm and past a waterfall, feels like a rite of passage. Inside, incense and chanting fill the air, and ancient murals tell stories of faith. The descent is lighter, as if the monastery's peace travels with you. The tiger's nest is more than a destination. It's a spiritual journey to Bhutan's heart. Bhutan isn't a flawless Shangri-La. It faces real challenges. Youth unemployment is rising, and rural to urban migration strains cities and traditions. The arrival of TV and the internet brought global ideas and new social pressures. The economy relies heavily on hydropower and tourism, making it vulnerable to shocks. Balancing cultural preservation with modernization is a constant struggle. Tourism policies aim for sustainability, but exclusivity raises questions of equity. Bhutan's journey is ongoing. Its achievements are remarkable, but its challenges are real. In a world obsessed with speed and growth, Bhutan offers a different perspective. Here, success is measured in well-being, not wealth. Gross national happiness challenges us to ask, what is enough? Bhutan's environmental commitment shows that prosperity and nature can coexist. Its carbon-negative status is proof that small nations can lead on climate action. The greatest lesson is the art of stillness, finding meaning in simplicity, community, and purpose. Bhutan is a gentle reminder to pause, breathe, and reconsider what truly matters. Sometimes the most profound journeys are the ones that lead us inward.